Okay, Gang wants us to use general. What is it back? Lizard, poison spot, rock, precious lizard. Scissors, cut paper, and Spock smashes scissors. Y'all got that?
Sheldon Cooper explained that better than you.
Thanks. 30 seconds.
So my name is Ian. I am in engineering science at U of T, and I'm the data processing lead for Space Systems' Finch mission. Well, my dad was born in the Apollo era, so he was big on that kind of stuff, and he was always telling me about that when I was a kid. And so just kind of pointed me in that direction, and so I ended up on Space Systems. So I can tell you more about the Finch mission itself. Okay. So it's a imaging mission, hyperspectral imaging mission. And the idea is that we're going to send the Finch satellite, which is going to look something like that, except not yellow, up into space, and it's going to orbit the Earth. And we're going to image a site in Manitoba. And the idea is we want to be able to identify crop residue in farmers' fields. And that's important because crop residue actually affects the way that fields erode. So if we can identify crop residue with a cheap, small satellite like that, we can potentially impact the agriculture sector in a big way. This is our optical bench. This is where the optics team does their optical alignment testing. They verify and validate some of their payload designs and ideas. And so what we're showing off right here is, or what's currently being set up, is a prototype of our Finch Eye payload. That's the hyperspectral imager that's going on board Finch.
This is the little camera.
This is that's right, this is the camera that's going to go fly on this big guy.
I feel like I've caused all the explosions.
Yeah.
What is exploding?
There's one
it's
where...
it's just when a chip pops, there's like some smoke, but everyone's fine.
What do we use chips for? What is that for?
What do we use chips for?
Well, the last thing was some of our test equipment started smoking, and then it shut off, and we didn't know why.
True.
It was because a capacitor blew up because we were running too much voltage through it.
And the power supply.
Yes.
Too much current.
We actually blew a fuse in the lab that we had to get fixed. So that was fun. Yep, we lost power. And ever since then, now we keep a bucket of sand lying around somewhere to make sure that whenever there is a fire, we can promptly put it out. Because safety is sexy, of course.
Trying to get this board to talk with this board.
How's it going?
It's going okay. I mean, it's taken a long time, but we're making some progress. Yeah.
We're approaching a 1-year anniversary.
Really? Are they talking yet?
No. Well, actually, they're talking, but not in the way that we want to.
My career goals. Ooh, where should I start?
The list.
Yeah, well, I mean, my end of life goal, what I really I'm aspiring towards and what I'm building up towards with my degree, with the projects I'm taking on, the kinds of studies I'm conducting are I want to become an astronaut. I want to go to Mars and help the development efforts there.
We just launched our satellite, HERON Mk a few weeks ago, and it was just the excitement and pure joy I saw on people's faces as it went up into space, and that was just, it felt surreal. Even just watching it being launched into space, I was like, there's no way that's real. There's no way that's actually Earth and that's above us right now.
So right now this is an estimate of Heron's current location. So we're using some data on Heron's orbital position to try and predict where it'll be at the present time. So as you can see here, we're just off the coast of Africa.
How did you first learn about Whyutat? Why did you decide to join it?
My roommate was a part of Whyutat, and then I knew the former RF lead, and I came up to him. I just walked up to him around Christmas time in my first year, and I said, I'm joining, and he went, you really don't need to tell me, you can just come around, it's not that intense. But I was like, I'll give you my resume, I'll do whatever it takes. And he was like, no, just show up to meetings. And then I thought I was a high school student when I came. And I've been a part of it for 3.5 years now.
Can you explain what this means?
Okay, I'm not the qualified person, but sure. So what we do here is we do soldering. So if you can see a PCB board like this and you see components attached to the board, it's a payphone board. So every components have to be soldered on using the solder paste. So this is a solder paste and a heat gun. So basically you put the components on, you put the paste on, and you melt the paste and then wait for it to cool down so the components stuck into the board. This is lead and some chemical flux, and you know, lead is toxic, so it could slowly kill you over the year.
My favorite part of being on Whyutat has been the people. You know, the people, the learning experience, but I think the people are really what make it special and what keeps me coming back for sure, because it's a lot of work. It's very difficult. I love it, but it's also amazing to, you know, come every week and be around people who are just as passionate about space as I am.